Yeah, I had a really lovely. Oh, hang on, let's start recording. I just turned background blur off because it's quite a nice background. Yeah, I had a really nice weekend. My neighbour, he's like a second dad. He's like a first dad actually, because we get on better than we used to, but I was never particularly super close with my dad. But he's just been diagnosed with dementia, but Alzheimer's. So I hadn't seen him since that diagnosis, but he's been super brave about it. But I really wanted to see him. So yeah, so that was really lovely. And he's just got 2 dogs, and we just spent lots of time. And he just sits with me while I do jobs in the garden and stuff. He's like a really cool guy. But I just really admire how he's being about it. He's being like a super brave guy about it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Good. So I just got a load of work done in the garden and just relaxed, and it was really, really nice. Good. Starting a little bit early. So we'll wait for Brendan to. I just messaged Brendan actually and telling him Monday group class. Earlier. Let me know if you guys can't get in. Denise, let's start with you. I decided. Oh, Brendan's in. That's good. So, say for me, Denise. I decided to start the class earlier.
J'ai décidé de commencer le cours plus tôt.
Gorgeous, but we don't want a bodyboard.
J'ai décidé de commencer.
No, you do not need to pause after every 2 words. J'ai décidé, but work harder to find the next bit. Yeah.
J'ai décidé de commencer le cours le plus tôt.
Plus tôt, not le plus tôt. J'ai décidé de commencer le cours plus tôt. Go on.
J'ai décidé de commencer le cours plus tôt.
That's it, lovely. Earlier could be like en avance, plus tôt, depending on the context. Lovely. Normally, we tend to start at 5:30. Normally, well, we don't tend to, we do. So normally, we tend to start at 5:30.
Normalement, on a tendance de commencer on a tendance à commencer. Normalement, on a commencé à commencer.
Listen, Luki. Slow down. Think of the word. When you've thought of the word fully and properly in your head, then slide into it with the mouth. So you want to have it here first to then allow you to vowel-wise slide into it. Don't jump, and hopefully you'll land on your feet. I dare say you won't land too far away, but don't do that. On a tendance à commencer à 17h30. Think of it in your head before you say.
On a commencé.
No. Listen, focus. I told you to think of it in your head. That is not think of it in your head. We tend to start at 5:30. Go.
On a tendance à commencer à demi-quart.
We're not thinking ahead, are we? 5:30. 17h30, yes? 17h30. Yep. Good. Say for me one more time, Denise. 6:30. What's 6:30?
Demi.
America. This is good job. Sorry about the Kardashians. Not very impressive on your side, but you've done some other good shit. Let me introduce you to the 24-hour clock. Yeah, go away and learn it. 17h, 18h30. Yeah, 18h30. So give me 5:30. 17h30.
17h30.
Give me 5:30. 18h30.
18h30.
Using the 24-hour clock, you don't need to bother with et demi. You can just use numbers. So it's actually because it gives you things like 17h23 and all this stuff rather than, good. Lovely. Luke, you're right, I should learn it. Luke, you're right, I should learn it.
Luc, tu as raison, je dois l'apprendre.
If one of you bastards messed up, should. One more time. I want to quote Pulp Fiction. I'll execute every goddamn motherfucking one of you. Yeah.
Oui.
Then you fucking pricks move. I'll execute every goddamn fucking one. Honey Bunny, best in the cafe. Should, Denise. What?
Je dirais.
That's it. Lovely. Good. The lift doors have just opened, and the people who came out are a little bit noisy, but happy. So we like happy. Also, there's noise in France. I'm in a hotel lobby, so you know, good. Lovely. So the lift doors have just opened, and the people who came out are a little bit noisy.
Les portes.
Sorry, Tia. We switched to Tia. Sorry. Yeah, Tia.
Les portes d'ascenseur viennent d'ouvrir et les gens qui sont sortis sont un peu bruyants.
Good. Can you remind yourselves to hang on the vowel of the previous word, not Get rid of Yeah. Doors are plural. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. The lift has a the before it, and that will play into the doors of the lift. All right. So go again. So the doors of the lift. Up you go. Also, are the doors opening a restaurant? Are they opening a dental and injectables boutique? Are they opening a pop-up Caribbean restaurant, or are they just opening themselves? So think what's that's going to involve, So the doors of the lift have just opened. The people who came out are a bit noisy. Off you go.
Les portes d'ascenseur.
I told you the lift. The elevator. So les portes de l'ascenseur. Les portes de l'ascenseur. Yeah.
Les portes d'ascenseur.
No, I've just told you. I've told you. I don't give corrections twice. Les portes de l'ascenseur.
Les portes de l'ascenseur viennent de se...
Stand still. Number one, we went ascenseur and then we stopped. What's the plural for come? What's the plural for come? More than one lift.
Viennent.
Thank you. Carry on.
Les portes de l'ascenseur viennent de s'ouvrir et les gens qui sont sortis sont un peu bruyants.
Les portes de l'ascenseur viennent de s'ouvrir. Les gens qui sont sortis sont un peu bruyants. Good. Lovely. I can't hold it against them, resent them. Yeah, I can't hold it against them, resent them. We've done that verb because they're happy. I can't hold it against them because they're happy. Tia.
Je ne peux pas leur enlever, non.
Pause. The they are not doing the verb. And also, it's je peux pas. So what form of verb are we now going to need, Tia?
Infinitive.
Back you go. I can't resent them because they're happy.
Je ne peux pas leur en vouloir parce qu'ils sont heureux.
Good. Je ne peux pas leur en vouloir parce qu'ils sont contents, parce qu'ils sont heureux. Good. Brendan would have said something. Brendan would have said something.
Brendan aurait dit quelque chose.
Good. Brendan can now say something. Luke, the colour behind you is not the best colour for you. I don't do well with brights. Brie would look phenomenal next to this. This is better for me. Yeah, this is not good for me. Let's sit on this side. So, good side, bad side. So, Brie, when it's your go, I'm going to turn the camera. And Brendan, you've got quite a lot of pink in you. What could you look good next to? You'd suit. I'm all into my colours today. you'd suit this a bit more. But for me, we're going to go and stand next to them in a room. Lovely. So, Brendan, off you go. Yeah, so say for me, no, I know what we'll do. Luke, the colour behind you isn't as... No. Luke, you should have sat down elsewhere. Luke, you should have sat down elsewhere. Brendan.
Luc, tu auras dû asseoir.
Pause. Before I quote Pulp Fiction again, would you get should have correct?
Luc, tu auras.
You've said the same thing twice, which shows an inability to listen. What tense do we...
Tu aurais.
All right, can you come close to the microphone? I can't hear you.
Luc, tu aurais asseoir.
No, should have. Tu aurais
dû asseoir.
Now, Brendan, Luke is not happy, and I've warned you all on should and would and could. That is not fair. We're on week 50 of this crap with would, should, could. Get your ass in gear. Off you go. We've done it, fellas. We've done it. Devrait, aurait dû, end of. Off you go. So I should have sat down. Think who's sitting down, Brendan. I should have sat down elsewhere. No, sorry, Luke, you should have sat down elsewhere.
Luc, tu aurais dû s'asseoir. No, tu aurais dû t'asseoir.
Thank you. Now, that is a common error, isn't it, that we keep going over. You are not going to do a reflexive verb with anybody other than the appropriate person. So just go down the list, me Brenda. Not being patronising, but just say, je vais m'asseoir, tu vas, and go all the way down the list. Je vais, tu vas, il va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont. Off you go.
Je vais m'asseoir. Tu vas m'asseoir, il va m'asseoir, nous allons...
Stop. I can't hear it. It's awful. Change the reflexive appropriately.
Okay.
Are you going to sit me? Am I going to sit you? Yeah. Je vais m'asseoir, tu vas. Off you go.
Je vais m'asseoir, tu vas t'asseoir.
Join.
Il va s'asseoir. Nous allons nous asseoir. Vous allez vous asseoir. Ils vont s'asseoir.
There's no such thing as ils vont. Ils vont.
Ils vont s'asseoir.
Good. So Luke, you should have sat down elsewhere. Now that we've stopped, what's the word for elsewhere? Ailleurs. Ailleurs, yeah?
Ailleurs, oui, ailleurs. Luc.
Quick check, one by one. Brendan, what's the word for somewhere?
Quel.
Yes. Quelque part.
Quelque part.
Tia, what's the word for nowhere? You've all been given this video. Thank you, well done. Brie, I know you haven't got to speak yet. What's the word for everywhere?
Partout.
Well done, partout. Good job. There are a couple of ways of doing this, but Denise, what's the word for anywhere? Doesn't matter where.
N'importe quoi.
N'importe où.
N'importe où.
Okay, good. You've got expressions like wherever it might be, like où que ce soit, and this is this, but yeah, good. Perfect. Brendan, two more for me. Luke, if I'm not mistaken, the other room is green. You should go there. Luke, if I'm not mistaken, the other room is green. You should go there.
Luc, si je me trompe pas, les autres pièces.
We're talking bedroom. We're talking hotel. The other room.
We're talking hotel room.
We're not talking a bedroom in a hotel. We're talking like another ground floor room.
Ah oui. Oui, les autres pièces, c'est vers.
L'autre salle.
Oh oui, les autres.
Brendan. The other. How are we going to say the other? L'autre, yeah.
L'autre salle est verte. Tu devrais aller là.
Good. So go again. Luke, if I'm not mistaken, the other room is green. You should go there.
Luc, si je ne me trompe pas, l'autre pièce est verte.
L'autre salle. Why must corrections take?
Pardon, l'autre salon est verte. Tu devrais aller là.
Excuse me, Brendan. What is the word green?
Vert.
Not vert. Now, what's the feminine of green? Don't change the pronunciation. What's the feminine of ver? No, what's the feminine of ver?
Verte.
Thank you. Luc, si je ne me trompe pas, l'autre salle est verte. Tu devrais y aller. Tu devrais aller là. All right? Brie. Luke, I want to see the other room. I like to see this kind of thing. Luke, I want to see the other room. I like to see this kind of thing.
Luc, j'ai envie de voir
The other room.
notre salon.
Good, Brie, remember, you've got to hang on to the word until you're ready for it. Je veux voir l'autre salle. Lovely. I like to see this kind of thing. I like to see this kind of thing.
J'aime bien voir cette
Hang out in voice. Hang out in voice. Don't hang out in non-voice.
J'aime bien voir cette chose.
This kind
Ce genre de choses.
That's it. Luc, je veux voir l'autre salle. J'aime bien voir ce genre de choses. Luc, je veux voir l'autre salle. J'aime bien voir ce genre de choses.
Luc, je veux...
Hang out on voice. Don't stop voice to think. Je veux hang out on voice. I want to see the room. I like to see this kind of thing. Go.
Je veux voir le salon. Je bien...
Luke, he told you, is the other room. L'autre salle. Yeah?
Je veux voir l'autre salle. J'aime bien voir ce genre de choses.
Lovely. Now, that didn't go particularly faster, but the voice was gorgeous, Brie. Such a nice voice. Such a nice... Right, we'll do a little tour. There's one little... In the Soho Hotel, I always come and teach it. Had a tea. Much chilled. This will work. Pale ass colouring. I've loads of books of red and green. This kind of gentleman's hue. This is what my second bedroom is, and my all reds and greens. When you say that your bedroom is red and green, people think you're crazy. They're like, what? But that is completely. I'm just going to take a photograph of that actually. That is completely my colours of my other house. But when I explain it to people, they think I'm really weird. Can you still see the camera? Yeah. Good. And then this one's quite nice. Don't know why this is so avant-garde and random. This is quite somber and nice, isn't it? Yeah. Much more my colouring. If I sat there. These groovy lamps. These lamps are lovely. I don't know about the shade, but the lamps themselves. Good. Lovely. So back we come. Good. Good. So, Brie, can you say for me, Luke, thank you for showing me the hotel. Thank you for showing me the hotel.
Luc, merci d'avoir monté
Merci de. Where is the me gonna go?
Luc, merci de m'avoir.
Show mon. Keep Brie. Don't think on silence. Merci de m'avoir Think on Brie. Merci de m'avoir.
Luc, merci de m'avoir monté l'hôtel.
Monter is to mount, to go up. Montrer. Yeah? Merci de monter l'hôtel.
Merci de m'avoir montré l'hôtel.
Brendan, when he said vert, is it merci or merci?
Merci.
That's nice. Slide for me, Brie. Merci de m'avoir montré l'hôtel.
Merci de m'avoir monté l'hôtel. Montré l'hôtel.
Merci de m'avoir montré l'hôtel. Go together. Slide. Get used to sliding.
Merci de m'avoir.
Stopping. Just hang out on the sound. Who cares if you take your time? Merci de m'avoir montré l'hôtel. Wait until it hits your head. Back you go.
Merci de m'avoir montré l'hôtel.
Good. That's lovely. I can't even tell you on a human level how much prettier that sounds in your voice. Hang out the voice. One more, Brie. You should realize the power, which is le pouvoir of your voice. Voice feminine. You realize the power of your voice. Don't give me réalité. It is not. You should realize.
Tu devrais arriver à...
It's what ballerinas wear. Yeah, we don't say tu. We say tu and we sit on a word. Come on, what are telling you?
Tu devrais arriver à...
No, what's the verb to realize? Te rendre compte de. Yeah, te rendre compte. Now, you can either go off it with a de or a que. To realize something is se rendre compte de whatever. You know. I realized the importance. Je me suis rendu compte de l'importance. I realize that it is important. Je me rends compte que c'est important. But on this occasion, I realize into a. Yeah, okay, so I realize that. So you should realize the power. So up you go. So up you go slowly again. You realize the power of your voice.
Tu devrais.
Brand.
Tu devrais me rendre compte.
Slow down. Slow down. Don't give me stoppy started. Don't give me stoppy started. Take it longer. Slide until you 100% know the next word. You should realize the power of your voice.
Tu devrais me rendre compte le pouvoir de le savoir.
Pause. We're jumping. We're landing on our feet in the slightly wrong square. Not thinking the word. What's the word you should?
Tu devrais.
Lovely. Now hold on, pray, and let me hear you.
Devrais.
Good. Don't let it crack because that shows me that you're listening fully to the word. Next, using a reflexive that is appropriate for you. How are we going to say realize? Using a reflexive that is appropriate for you.
Me rendre compte.
Stand still. Tu devrais.
Oh, te rendre compte.
To what? What form of word is going to come after te? If we've just conjugated devrais, what form of a verb are we going to have after te? Tu devrais.
The infinitive.
Which is what?
Tu devrais me rendre compte.
Look at me. I'm getting cross. What is the damn pronoun using for you word? Tu devrais. What's the next word? Not me. Tu devrais.
Te rendre compte.
Still, I asked for one question. What's the next pronoun after the word? Tu devrais. One word. The pronoun for you. Tu devrais.
Te.
Good. What's the freaking infinitive of the verb? The infinitive.
Rendre.
Good job, you. What's the noun that's now going to come next? Not compter, Brie, because that is a different verb. That is the verb to count. Tu devrais te rendre. Single word. What's the word for the noun for count? Tu devrais te rendre.
Compte.
Thank you. Not compter. Then which preposition comes next if I'm going into a noun? Not que to go into a verb.
De.
What did I come? Thank you. So tu devrais te rendre compte de, but however, we're now going to have the power. What did I tell you was the word for the power?
Le pouvoir.
Great. So what's de and le going to become?
It's going to be de. Du.
Okay. So tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir. What is going to be of your voice?
De savoir.
Stop switching it up, you guys. Your voice.
De t'avoir.
Thank you. Focus all the way through. Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de ta voix. Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de ta voix.
Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de savoir.
Ta voix.
Savoir.
One more time. Oh, you should realize the power of your voice. Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de ta voix.
Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de ta voix.
Tu devrais te rendre. I'm going to need the infinitive. Tu devrais te rendre compte. Avec eux, tu devrais te rendre.
Tu devrais te rendre compte du pouvoir de la.
Not do. The first verb, tu devrais, is conjugated. So then the next one is going to be an infinitive. You should render infinitive if you still can. Tu devrais te rendre compte.
Tu devrais te rendre compte.
Good job. I know we like saying rendu. It's a fun sound to say. Yeah. So would you please do what Brandon did with m'asseoir? And could you say, je vais me rendre compte de quelque chose? Realize something. Tu vas te rendre compte de quelque chose. Il va se rendre compte de quelque chose. Nous allons nous rendre compte de quelque chose. Vous allez vous rendre compte de quelque chose. Ils vont se rendre compte de quelque chose. Would you mind writing down all 6 for me, Brie? Okay. Je vais me rendre compte. You can begin. Yeah.
Je vais me rendre compte
De quelque chose.
de quelque chose. Tu vas te rendre compte de quelque chose.
Brie. Spell the infinitive of the verb we're talking about. R-E what?
Rendre. R-E-N-D-R-E.
So you've got to damn say it, my love. Not rendre. Rendre. Otherwise, I'm hearing all kinds of things. Carry on from tu. Go back to tu. Tu devrais. Sorry. Tu vas.
Tu vas te rendre compte de quelque chose. Il va se rendre compte de quelque chose.
Smaller T, big vowels. Il va se rendre compte. Lovely. Next.
Nous allons nous.
Repeat. Nous allons. We sit on nous allons. We sit on nous allons. We keep going. Nous allons.
Nous allons nous rendre compte de quelque chose.
We had a little bit of a bouncy at the end, didn't we? It's fine. Keep on the word. Vous. Go with vous.
Vous.
Don't stop words.
Vous allez vous rendre compte de quelque chose.
I cut my finger on a thorn whilst pruning this weekend. So apologies for the hole in the finger, but as opposed to the finger in the hole. So basically, which is endless more fun. Just the one day. So yeah, keep it going. Vous allez vous rendre compte de quelque chose. Keep it going.
Vous allez vous rendre compte de quelque chose.
Sit on your hands. I'm cross with you. Such a nice voice. Learn to carry on. I'm not asking you to work any harder. I'm just asking you to sit still. I'm asking you to sit on the word that you're on. Good. Denise. Luke. If you had realized what was happening, I would have realized what was happening.
Luc, si tu t'étais rendu compte de quelque chose, j'aurais...
You're exhausted from doing something correctly. If you had realized what was happening.
Okay.
First, was good one.
Luc, si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé,
Of what was happening. What was
ce qui s'est passé, ce qui s'était passé.
I am so bored. Hello, children. It's Daddy. Would you please say for me, I eat? Say for me, I eat. Denise, I eat.
Je mange.
Would you now please say to me, I was eating?
Je mangeais.
Thank you. Did we have j'avais in the middle? Did we have j'ai? Learn to bloody do an imperfect. So would you please say to me what was happening? No or any of that crap in it. Is there? If you have été or avait in the middle of another verb, it's not in the was tense, is it, Denise? It's in the pluperfect. Off you go. So je go from je again. So if no, off you go. Or whatever way around it was. If you'd realised, I would have realised, whatever. If you'd realised what was happening, si tu t'étais rendu compte de.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte ce qui s'est passé. I know, I'm not getting this.
Don't do like adult. This is interesting, Luke, in the town hall meeting. I'm an adult. I'm going to put my hand up. My name's Denise. Don't do adult voice. Don't try and feign that this is any. This is on you.
I know.
Say what was happening. You know the verb. What's the infinitive of the verb to happen? That you're using. What's the infinitive?
Passé.
No.
C'est passé.
Thank you.
C'est passé.
Right. What sound does it end?
A.
What sound do I need for?
A.
What a load of rubbish. Back you go. Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui se passait. No verb to be in the middle. Got it?
Si tu t'étais rendu compte, si...
Denise, one of the lessons for today is se rendre compte verb de or que. If we're going into what happened, although this is using a verb, we're using a verb to say that thing that happened. So we're speaking about a noun, aren't we? What do we need after se rendre compte if we're going to talk about a thing, de or que? But not nothing.
De.
Thank you. So you, si tu t'étais rendu compte, finish the rest of it.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte de se passer.
Have you been taking pills? Ce qui se passait.
Oui.
What was happening? Let me hear it again. What was happening?
Ce qui se passait.
No, I've been taking big pills. Denise, ce qui or ce qui?
Ce qui.
Good. Was happening. Two more words. What's happening?
Se passait.
Good. De ce qui se passait. And again, come on.
De ce...
Stopping, all of you. Stopping.
De ce qui se passait.
Good, but I don't in a rush. De ce qui se passait. And again.
De ce qui se passait.
Good. So, come on, we should be on to the second sentence. So if you realised what was happening, si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui se passait, go.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte ce qui s'est passé.
Oh, no, come on. I've given you this correction. You're an adult woman and a strong learner. What comes after rendre compte? When I'm going to
De.
60 seconds ago.
No,
Yes.
No.
Yes. I told you that's
60 seconds. Yes.
Move on.
Yes.
Say, I would have realised what was happening. I would have realised what was happening.
Je serais rendu. I know. I
Say
know.
realised. Past tense. Go. Je
me serais rendu compte.
No, I realised past tense. Past tense. Je me suis. The past tense one. Je me suis.
Je me suis rendu compte.
Pronoun? Does je me suis have a pronoun?
Yes.
Come on, faster. Have some coffee.
Yes.
An enema.
Yes.
Shove that coffee into you. Good. Does it have a pronoun, Denise, my darling?
Sorry, I took a pain pill the last few days and I'm just not here. Say
So what I'm trying to say to you, Denise, if it's je me in the present and je me in the past, why are we losing the me? So in other words, give me I would have realized not je serais, but
Je me serais rendu compte
of what was happening.
de ce qui s'est passé.
Ce qui,
De ce qui se passe. Ce qui se passait.
challenge. We have to deal with drugs. We have to deal with all kinds of crap. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You're a marvelous woman. Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé, je me serais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé. Second half and the four, bit number 2 and bit number 4 are identical. Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé, je me serais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé. Come on.
Si tu te serais rendu compte.
If you had.
Oh, si tu te serais compte.
And be in the stoners camp. If you're stoned, it's your own deal. I apologize, you're not feeling well. I'm sorry. Si tu t'étais rendu compte, if you had, you would have, tu te serais.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte, tu.
Come on, last chance. Listen, Luki. Tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé, of what was happening. Je me serais. I would have realized. I'm sure I'd have noticed this.
Si tu te serais rendu compte.
Sit down and be stoned. Sorry, you're on pain. Sorry. We can't keep having the waste of time. Si tu t'étais, je me serais, was, would. You'll watch this when you're no longer under the influence and you'll be completely fine. Brendan, you're always half stoned, so this will be. Say that for me, Brendan. Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé, je me serais rendu compte de ce qui s'est passé. If you'd realised what was going on, Luke, I'd have realised. Go on, si tu t'étais.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui se passait.
Si tu t'étais, what word comes next?
Rendu.
Can we hear that? Back you go.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui se passait.
None of you listen. Denise has been busting a gut up here. Listen, what comes after se rendre compte if we're going into a noun?
De.
Did we hear that? Which
No.
word, what do I use if I'm then going to go into a verb?
Ce qui.
Thank you. And what is the imperfect tense of what's happening?
Se passait.
Put it together. Wait until you can hear it and slide. Don't go into similar things, people. You're all advanced. You all know lots of similar things. Off you go.
Si tu t'étais rendu compte de ce qui se passait, je me serais rendu compte de ce qui se passait.
Thank God. I mean, I wouldn't say it was organic. Denise is like, yes, it's not super fast, but basically, come on, lovely, right, good. Brendan, Luke, we should practice this kind of sentence. Luke, we should practice this kind of sentence.
Luke, nous devrions.
Dale,
No.
when will you stop fucking me off with should and would and could? We should pronunciation. Devrion does not exist. Say for me, I should, Bren. Je
devrais.
So say for me, we should. Nous
devrions.
What's the pronunciation that DEV is going to give me? Brendan. Lukey works really hard. E is pronounced how, my darling? E on its own. No, Brendan. You've done this 25 times. E on its own is pronounced how? How do we pronounce M-E?
Sorry, say that again, please.
How do we pronounce M-E?
M.
Good. How do we pronounce L-E?
Le.
Me, le, te. Examples of exceptions that you have been told. ER, ES, ET, EZ. EZ for some Americans. ER, A, ES, A, ET, A, EZ, A. DEV is not an exception. How do we pronounce DE? Here's an idea, Brendan. How do we pronounce DE on its own in French?
De.
Good boy. Just because elsewhere you've got words like de, coupé or de, you know, whatever, you know, that's because there's a bloody acute on it. Yes? So how, therefore, do I pronounce the word should when I'm talking about a nous? Nous de.
Nous devrions.
Thank you. We've done this. Bloody would, should, could. I'll batter the lot of you. So back you go. So say for me, nous devrions. So say for me, we should. And finish it off.
Nous devrions dire cette phrase.
We should practice this kind of
Oh,
sentence.
oui, nous devrions pratiquer ces genres de phrases.
No. What's the verb to practice? I've told you before.
Nous devrions
Question. What's the verb to
pratiquer.
Good. Not pratiquer. Pratiquer.
Pratiquer.
Okay.
Nous devrions pratiquer ces genres de phrases.
What's the word for this for a masculine?
Ce.
Better, lovely voice, not se. Think it, slide into it. Think it, slide into it.
Nous devrions.
You're coming up. You're coming up.
Nous devrions pratiquer ce genre de phrase.
Gorgeous voice. Don't mind that speed. Couldn't care less. Don't bloody say shit weirdly when we've done it hundreds of times, people. Right? It would do us some good. It would do us some good. Ça is your first word.
Ça nous
Back you go. I want to hear the slides between the words. It would do us some good.
Ça nous feront. Non, ça nous ferait du bon. Ça nous ferait du bon.
What does the would do, advanced French student?
Ferait.
Not ferait, which is something completely different. Ça nous ferait du bien.
Hey.
Yeah?
Oui, ça nous ferait.
Excuse me. Denise's tutu. No, Bree's tutu. I don't need tutu. I don't need sa. Sa, hang on it. Up you.
Ça nous ferait du bien.
Good. And again.
Ça nous ferait du bien.
And again, same root. Ça nous ferait du bien.
Ça nous ferait du bien.
Good. Vowels are so important, people. You're speaking a vowel language. Don't play games with them. Don't play fast and loose with the vowels. One more, Brendan. Luke, tell me, why did you sit down in a hotel? Luke, tell me, why did you sit down in a hotel?
Luc, dites-moi, pourquoi...
For the love of God and the umpteenth time, do you need to vous voir me? I might change this decision, but do you currently need to call me vous? No.
No.
Back, tell me.
Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi...
French, it's not Luc. I've told you before, nothing is as hard in French as Luke's dick. Just say to me, Brendan, say Luke's dick in English.
Luke's dick.
You're not going to use those consonants in French. Nothing is as hard as Luke's dick. Luke, Luke, you know, Luke, not Luke. Right? So Luke, dis-moi, and we should be carrying on, not Luc, dis-moi. Luc, dis-moi. Luc, dis-moi.
Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi est-ce que tu t'assois dans...
What's the infinitive of the verb to sit down, Brendan?
S'asseoir.
S'asseoir, good. Is it a reflexive?
Yes.
What do we do, Bren, when we have a reflexive verb in the past? The action past. What job does this create?
Poetry past.
What is the poetry for tu?
Tu t'es...
Don't say tu. Denise could pull off a tu. I don't know that you could, Brendan, or even though you have got the legs. So say for me, you sat down, tu t'es.
Tu t'es assis.
Thank you. There we go.
Pourquoi? Luc, Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi est-ce que tu t'es assis là,
In a hotel.
dans un hôtel?
Nice sliding. Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi est-ce que tu t'es assis dans un hôtel? Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi est-ce que tu t'es assis dans un hôtel? Slide. Get used to doing longer slides.
Luc, dis-moi, pourquoi est-ce que tu t'es assis dans un hôtel?
That's it. There we go. We got there. Using rules that you all know, using voice games that you all know. Good. Tia, the signal is crappy in this area, but this place always works. The signal is crappy in this area, but this place always works. Slide.
Le signal.
No, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. We've done this loads. Loads and loads of loads. La connexion, we've done this.
La connexion est mauvaise dans cette région, mais cet endroit marche tout le temps.
Good, but when we talk about area of a town, we're not going to say région. What word are we going to say for area of a town?
Quartier.
Good, which is masculine. Off you go.
La connexion est mauvaise dans ce quartier.
If we're now saying la connexion est mauvaise, could we say is shitty? Could we be shitty? What was the word for shitty?
Shitty, merde, de merde, non?
Et de la merde. So if you've already said the noun, so like, you know, this shitty house, alors maison de merde, it's shitty, c'est de la merde. Yeah? I'll say that again. It's shitty, c'est de la merde. The shitty table, c'est table de merde. Right? So de merde versus de la merde. All right? Or you've got merdique, but use that a bit less. Off you go. So the signal is shitty. La connexion est de la merde. Lovely. Or c'est une connexion de merde, but yeah. So the signal is shitty.
La connexion est de la merde dans le quartier, mais dans...
Pause. The first bit was vocally gorgeous. Vocally gorgeous. Nothing is as hard as Luke's dick. Yeah. La connexion est de la merde dans ce quartier. Non, ce quartier. Yeah. Don't bang consonants. Yeah. Go again.
La connexion est de la merde dans ce quartier, mais dans cet endroit, il marche toujours. Ça
Good.
marche toujours.
Good, because if I'm using it, it would either be ça, the concept, or elle, because of la connexion. Yeah, I mean, unless you previously referred to like le réseau, in which case that'd be fine. All right, one more tier. Luke, you have spoilt us. We are going to require something similar every week. Luke, you've spoilt us. We are going to require something similar every week. Pause. Describe in your English, which is already phenomenal and already a second language. Well done. Describe the concept of spoiling somebody, a child. You've spoiled them. So if I said to you, Luke, you've spoiled us, we're going to need...
You have been too good for us.
Lovely. So try saying a French sentence which goes around. Luke, so translate for me. Luke, we like what you have shown us. Say to me, Luke, we like what you have shown us. Don't say montre. Luke, we like what you have shown us.
On aime ce que tu nous as montré.
Gorgeous. We're going to want to see something similar. We're going to want to see something.
On va vouloir on va vouloir voir quelque chose comme ça.
Yeah, something similar.
Quelque chose comme ça chaque semaine.
What's something similar?
Quelque chose similaire. Quelque chose de similaire.
Quelque chose.
Quelque chose de similaire.
Thank you. Get it down. Quelque chose de, one of my worst mistakes ever. Off you go. I need quelque chose de. Put it together. We're going to want to see something similar. Go. We're going to want to see something similar.
Quelque chose de similaire.
Don't go similar. We're not in German. Similaire.
Similaire. Quelque chose de similaire.
Faster. Quelque chose de similaire.
Quelque chose de similaire.
Lovely. Now let's go back to what I said. So basically, the verb to spoil. If you spoil something and you ruin it, gâcher. If you spoil a child or an adult by giving them too much lovely stuff, gâter. Gâter. Yep. Off you go. So Luke, you've spoilt us.
Luc, tu nous as gâtés.
Lovely. Now what is the verb to require? Require.
On a besoin, mais c'est pas ça.
Exiger.
Exiger.
Say it for me again.
Exiger.
What is I require? The verb is exiger. What is I require?
J'exige.
Well done. What is requiring, otherwise known as demanding? As in Luke is a demanding teacher. Luke expects results.
Exigeant.
What is the feminine form?
Exigeante.
What is the noun? Exigence, my requirements. It's also subjunctive because it's like a want, isn't it? J'exige que tu sois là. Yeah, I require that you be there. Yeah? Or I require you to be there, as you'd say in English. Good. Brie, Luke, it's a useful word. I'm going to make use of it. I'm going to need a phrasal verb. I don't want to hear je vais l'utiliser. I want to hear the phrasal verb for make use of that you guys have been given before. Luke, it's a useful verb. I'm going to make use of it. Sorry, pardon me. Yes, we'll go with verb. Luke, yes, Luke, it's a useful verb. I'm going to make use of it.
Luc, c'est un verbe.
I am not letting you think in silence. Back you go. I am not going to let you think in silence. You get one more go. Slow down. Luke, it's a useful verb. Just give me that first of all. Think with your voice. Go on.
Luc, c'est un verbe.
How much of verb? No. Of the verb. How much of the word verb can I say without finishing it?
Verbe.
So sit on it, Brie, until you're ready for the next bit. I've got no problem if you go, Luke, c'est un verbe, and then think of these. Get used to sitting on the words. Come on, because otherwise you're just using your intellectual memory, not your muscle memory. Okay.
C'est un verbe.
You'll be happy at that. Brie, I mean this. I need some mental discipline from you. I need some mental discipline from you. I've told you what to do. Do not finish your word unless you've got somewhere to go. C'est un verbe boutique. Fine. Yeah. Now, as soon as you've stopped, what's the verb to make use of? To make use of. It's an ABC, Brie.
Rendre.
Servir de. Yes.
Servir de. Okay.
Say it back to me. What's the verb to make use of?
Servir de.
Brie, that is not what I've just said. You need to bring the coffee to the equation. Could you please say for me the verb to make use of? I told you it was an ABC. What are ABC verbs? Reflexive verbs with ix. So what is the verb to make use of?
Se servir de.
Great. So say for me, we should and use on. Use on. We should make use of it. Brie, what is the verb? What's the word it going to be? If I'm using servir de, what's the word for it now going to become?
En.
Lovely. And where's it going to go in se servir de? Where's it going to go?
After the se.
Good. I give you Americans in London. Is there anybody there? I can't hear. They're so quiet. Is there anybody there? Oh, there's somebody there. Off you go. So they're happy. They look really excited in their defense. I think they're on the honeymoon. Bless them. Shorts, cat, like full on. Da, da, da. Lovely. God bless. Lovely. So say for me, we should, using on, make use of it. We should make use of it. On devrait.
On devrait s'en servir.
Yes. On devrait s'en servir. Good. To make use, Brie, I made use of it. I made use of it. Same verb. Se servir de. I made use of it.
Je m'en suis servir.
Yes. Well done. Brendan. It's weird that you use it, Luke, using se servir de. Luke, it's weird that you use it.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en
Fucking up. So stop fucking up. Reflexive verbs, Bren. You are bright. You are doing well. This is a bullshit error. This is a bullshit error. Somebody who cares about you today, if I'm not mistaken, has made you go, je vais m'asseoir, tu vas t'asseoir. Hands up if you know somebody who's made you do that today. Yeah? Get over this. Stop doing it. All right? Sort out your reflexives. They've got to be pronoun appropriate. I should give you loads second class. Loads. Think about it for an hour or two in between. Off you go.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
That is in a minute. It's weird that you make use of it present tense.
Oh, c'est bizarre que tu te serves.
Stand still. Do pronouns go anywhere when we change tense? Yes or no? Answer me yes or no.
No, they don't.
So if we've just done tout temps, why are they moving? Back you go.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sers.
Fuck you. What's the verb in this verb? So what? So se
servir.
Fuck you. So se
servir de.
No pronunciation.
Servir. Se servir de.
Been over this. Did somebody today go over with you versus er, est, ez? Did somebody do that with you today? Yep.
Yeah.
Have we also just had Bree say servir repeatedly for the past 30 seconds? Yeah. So in other words, what is the pronunciation of the verb there?
Servir.
Good. Now, what is the subjunctive of servir for the present tense?
Serve.
There we go. Back you go.
C'est bizarre que tu te serves. Tu t'en serves.
Get your shit together. Go again.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en serves.
Good. Now normally.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en serves.
Good boy. Now do what you wanted to do moments ago. It's weird that you made the most of it. It's weird that you used it. Yeah?
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
I'm going to come for you with a closed fist. What is the bleeding pronunciation of that verb?
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
Thank you. Am I right to be upset? Brendan, have I gone over literally only 17 seconds prior? Go again.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en servis.
Reflexive past?
Oh, pardon. C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
Good. Now throw it away.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi. C'est bizarre.
Word properly.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
Now without stress. C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
C'est bizarre que tu t'en sois servi.
Borderline. You lot and corrections you've been given. So not one person here has a shit voice. Keep the voice going while thinking. Listen to somebody else's videos that you get sent. Free. Say the sentences out loud. Say them fully. No bodyboarding. You're all too good for it. Okay? When I give you a correction, listen. Linguists, listen. All right? If you've had personal, tailored correction, and 17 seconds later, you're still saying the same thing, it kind of takes the piss out of me. Agreed? Good. Nice voices, physically nice voices. All of you have nicer voices when you join. All of you, not one of you has a poor voice. Bree, when you don't join to when you do join is the biggest jump up. When you join, your voice is lush. When you don't join or you go to vocal fry, it's not cool. When you join, it's lovely, lovely. Join voices, all right? Good. I'll speak to you soon. All of you are welcome in the later class. There'll be a phone call about 8:30. Let me know if you're not included in the ring and you want to be included. All right, you know how much to pay me. Speak soon. Take care.